it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel, and don't ask what's going on with the hair. We've already talked about this. I have no idea what's going on with my hair. I've literally gotten to the point where I am like throwing it up in like multiple ponytails and taking 97 to 98 bobby pins and just shoving them in wherever I can to create this masterpiece that you see right before your eyes. It's dramatic. Do you love it? The inspiration for today's video came from Samantha Ravndal. I'm gonna link her original video down below, and I know that other people have done this plenty of times in the past, but hers is the one that inspired me. I'm gonna go through some OG beauty favorites. So these are the things that YouTube kind of made go viral, that everybody had to have these products, but a lot of these like no one is talking about anymore. So I wanna go back and I wanna see if I still love them, because I definitely have a lot of oldies but goodies in my collection. And as much as I just want to buy right now, sometimes we need to take it down a notch and maybe not spend every penny we have on makeup, because makeup is not gonna hold us at night and tell us it loves us. And if it does, then introduce that makeup to me, because I would like to be held. Before we get into all of that, it's time to light this cat candle, if you want to call it that at this point. So this cat candle has a metal cat skeleton inside that we can see almost all of at this point. I'm really confused how the back is going to burn here, because the wick is right in the center, so science. I only light this candle when I'm filming so we can all watch the magic as it happens. And right now it's just like, it's a flame on a solid pile of wax. It's so weird, but anyway, the cat is on fire. We can officially start. All right, you might be asking yourself, Linda, if you're doing an entire face of makeup, why are you already wearing foundation? The answer to that is that I couldn't find a foundation. When I thought to the foundations that broke the internet, I thought of things like the Maybelline Matte Dream Mousse foundation and things like that that were really big, or the Bare Minerals like Swirl and Pat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Maybelline is not a cruelty-free brand. A lot of brands that got really big, there was NARS foundations that were huge and Makeup Forever foundations that were huge, not cruelty-free. So I'm not gonna be buying them just to use for this tutorial. And then even like concealers, it's like the NARS concealer. Okay, let's talk about the one that really broke the internet, the Tarte Shape Tape. I have never hated a concealer more in my life. I said it, it's out, the secret's out. It is thick with like 74 C's, and it just like, I'm sorry, I am a woman of an age, a certain age, that Shape Tape just basically looks like you took silly putty and put it on my eyes. But then you didn't stop there. You just added a whole bunch of little lines and creases in it. That's what I said Shark Tape. You know what? That's the official term now. It's Shark Tape. And I'm not putting Shart on my face. But let's start with the eyes. I'm gonna bring you in. I just look like a crazy person with my hair like this, but we're gonna deal. So the very first thing that I thought of is eye primer, right? There was no eye primer before Urban Decay Primer Potion. Okay, maybe there was, but not everyone was using it the way that they started to when Urban Decay Primer Potion came out. It was the thing. And this is something I still use to this day. Now, for the most part, I just use like concealer with a little bit of powder on top, but this is still the tits. I always apply this with my finger, so I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on my ring finger, pat these little puppies together, and apply. I have to admit, it still feels really nice and smooth going on. It just feels lovely. It feels silky, smooth, slippery. Now you are gonna see a few things from Urban Decay in this tutorial, because a lot of the hype of makeup, Urban Decay started. They really did. They really were the first ones to create some viral makeup products. So this is the only thing that I am using in my tutorial that is no longer available, but I mean, we have to use the OG Naked palette. Before Raw Beauty Kristi and Pure broke the internet, this baby did. I waited months to get my hands on this, and now that my hands are on it, I just want to throw up a little bit, because if you've heard me talk about this before, this palette is covered in crushed velvet, which is one of those things to me that, oh my god, it makes my skin crawl and it makes me a little bit nauseous. I hate crushed velvet. I'm gonna put this down now. See if I can do this without touching velvet. Okay, so you can tell this palette is very well loved. This is, you know, you can create some smoky neutrals, you can do a regular gold eye, whatever you want to do. This palette had it all. It really did, and I still love this palette. I still use it fairly often, but let's go in with this today. I feel like trying to do something a little bit smoky, maybe like a halo eye. I'm first gonna take my Alamar fluffy brush and I'm going into Naked. As you can tell, this is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. It is the My Skin But Better for me. And I'm just going to buff this gently all in the crease. This will sort of be a transition shade. I believe that I got this palette in 2010, and you're only supposed to keep makeup palettes for like 2 years, it says, but I rebel against authority, so, you know, you can't tell me what to do. Now that we have that lovely little base, I'm gonna go in with Buck, and this is my Moda BMX 430 crease brush. This one is a little more dense than that, so this is gonna go right on the outer corner and into the crease as well. I even remember the first time I used this, and I was just like, I didn't know eyeshadows could be this way. It was a very dramatic moment. I'm also going to take that and pop it on the inner corner. Yes, I'm using a crease brush for the inner corner. I told you I'm a rebel. I'm going to take this Moda brush, it's BMX 420 Detail, and I'm going to dip right into Hustle. This is a shimmery, very dark, almost like a tobacco brown color. And I know that you're not supposed to put shimmers in your crease, God forbid, but I'm going to put this on the outer edge and a little bit into my crease, just to deepen that up. Okay, I'm gonna take Smog, which is a kind of gold brown color, and the way I like to apply shimmers, I like to use my phalanges, so I'm just gonna pop that right in the center here. These shimmers changed the game, you guys. They really, really did. Oh, so pretty. This palette was also just completely the tits if you had blue eyes. I still love it. Now, I don't have the Naked Reloaded palette, which is kind of what replaced this in a way. I've heard great things about it, but I'm still happy with my OG Naked. I'm gonna pop a little more of that Buck right in the inner corner, or as Better Off Red would say, the inter corner. I'm also going to take all of those same colors right under my eyes, so I'm going in with Buck on the crease brush, just buffing that in, and then Hustle is just going to go right on the lash line. To finish that off, I am taking Virgin, which is this sparkly, lightly sparkly, kind of a pinky nude color, and that's going to go just right under my brow as a brow bone highlight. Ooh, that is frosty. Wow, I forgot how frosty that was. Let's see if we can buff that out. Okay, there's a frosty sitch. Before we finish up the eyes, I want to go into my eyebrows, and I feel like if you're gonna look at brow products that broke the internet, there are two of them. One of them is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Everyone needed that damn pencil in their lives. I didn't like it. Now, granted, I was doing my eyebrows very differently at the time, but I did not love it. What I loved was the Anastasia Dip Brow. This does not give you the light, fluffy soap brows of 2020. This gives you spackled on, like, dramatic brows. So it has been a long time since I've used it. Oh my God, look how low in the pot that is. Whoo! You know what? I just remembered that I had a brand new one of these in my backup. So, whoo! We're gonna use a pretty fresh one today. Why does that have a little dent in it? Oh my God. I don't care. Okay, I'm using a very pointy, very thin angled brush. I'm gonna go into this very, very lightly because it's been a long time since I've done some spackle brows. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, they're a little... Great, I'm gonna go ahead and run some just clear brow gel through that. This is just the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I'm gonna see if I can tone that down a scotch. This is nuts to me that I used to do this all the time and I saw no issue with it, and now I'm looking and I'm like, whoo. Okay, at this point I've done clear brow gel, I've done a clean spoolie, I've done a bunch, and I swear it doesn't look as bad in my mirror as it does on this monitor, and it's looking just, I look like Eugene Levy. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Eugene Levy's a pretty cool guy. Why am I down in Eugene Levy right now? All right, we need a little sparkle in our lives. Am I right? And when I think of kind of OG glitter, there's two that come to mind. One of them is Lit Cosmetics. I have so much Lit Cosmetics glitter. I adore them. They are really fantastic and they're fantastic people. But when I think of broke the internet type stuff, it is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner. And I swear this is not gonna be a completely Urban Decay tutorial, okay? This just makes it so damn easy when it comes to glitter. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna pop it right over that color in the center to just give it a little bit of a pop. Yeah, before the Stila Glitter and Glow, it was all about this stuff. Time for mascara. So if you want to talk about the thing that really, you know, was the first viral makeup product, I would normally say like Maybelline Great Lash, but again, they're not a cruelty-free brand. I'm not going to be using them on my channel. So I think of the thing where every single beauty YouTuber was using the same mascara at the same time, and it is Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. Hands down, this is the one that comes to mind. I mean, it just went so viral, so fast, where I think they had a couple of brand trips where they would take YouTubers out and it was these whole like Better Than Sex brand trips and things like that, which, you know, I'm sure was beautiful and lovely, but those are the first brand trips I even remember seeing a whole lot of, right? So I went out and I ran out and I bought this mascara and I loved it. I will say this is not the same tube. Don't get worried. This is not the same tube that I had back then. But I have bought several of these tubes since. This one actually came in a BoxyCharm recently and I was really happy about that because I do enjoy this. But yeah, I mean, it's just, look at that. Can you see the difference already? Do you like it when I look at you like this? This is all just feeling so nostalgic, isn't it? Let's warm up this face a bit with some bronzer, a pineapple drink. I feel like bronzers are having umbrella in it right now, where every company is coming out with bronzers and everyone suddenly loves them. It took me a long time to jump on the bronzer train. I did not see the point of it. I did not like it, and now I love me some bronzer. When I think of the OG, it is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm going to take this and just a fluffy angled brush and I'm gonna bronze it. And also this smell, oh my. This is still so nice. Now this one is a very, very warm toned. This is just, I mean, I don't know if there's a color on this, but it is very warm toned, so just keep that in mind. All right, for blush, this was a product that I actually resisted buying for so long. So many people talked about it, but I was like, there are other things out there. There are other blushes. It can't be that good. And then everyone was using it. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna buy it. And that's the Milani Luminoso. This blush is, I mean, it's stunning. It is a baked blush. It is a drugstore blush, so it's very affordable, but it has a beautiful shimmer to it, but not the kind that looks like glitter just stuck on your face, although I love me some glitter stuck on my face. This just gives a beautiful glowy shimmer. So it looks aggressive. Just look, bear with me here. Do you see? Can you see like the bit of glow that it just gives? It's just so pretty. Did I go a little aggressive on the blush? Possibly. Do I care? No. Highlighter. Guys, okay. Highlighter is something that I don't know if it's having as much of a moment. I still love a highlighter, but it goes through waves, I feel like. But when this one came out, I genuinely don't remember any other one being on the market. I know that these guys weren't the first ones on the market, but I genuinely don't remember there being anything before the Balm's Mary Luminizer. This is a champagne white. It has slight pinky peachy tones to it, but it is a Blinding from Space highlighter. Before Blinding from Space highlighters were even really a thing, everyone was using Mary Lou. Everyone, just saying. Going in with my BMX 265 Glow Brush, as always, Tap off the extra and I always forget how obsessed I am with this highlighter until I use it again. Obsessed. For lips, are you ready to see how old school we're going here? Yeah, this might predate YouTube fandom. This is a product that I remember starting to use back in the days when LiveJournal was huge. Shout out to LJ. This is the Doo-Wop Lip Venom. So this is one of those tingling, plumping glosses, and I again, this is sort of like Mary Luminizer, where I remember this being the first. I don't remember any coming before this, and maybe they did. But this is the OG, and it really does, like, I wipe off all stuff that was on my lips. It does plump, and it tingles like hell. I don't mind the tingle. I actually kind of dig it. But if you're somebody who's weirded out by your lips tingling, this is not for you. Also, fun fact, Doo-Wop, I mean, it's obvious because I'm using it, is a cruelty-free brand. Right now it just looks like a nude gloss, but I'm gonna give it a second to settle in and get real tingly. Sometimes it's easy to forget how tingly it gets. Wow, that's fucking tingly. All right, I don't know how much you can tell on screen, but my lips definitely are a bit plumped. The tingling has gone down now. It got intense for a minute there. It got intense. So I admit that I pulled out my old tube of lip venom, and that's what I put on screen, but then I grabbed my new tube of lip venom. That was intense. All right, I'm gonna finish this tutorial off by setting my face, and for that, the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. This is the spray that everyone used. This just, I still like this spray, but I admit I only really wear it if I'm like going out. Going out. What is this going out you speak of? Basically, this stuff is like hairspray for your face. It holds everything on and does not let it slip. It is not a dewy spray, it's just a setting spray. And there we have it. That was my full face of OG beauty favorites. I hope you guys like this. Comment down below. Let me know what products you remember going absolutely viral back in the day. I did ask this on my Instagram stories, and some of the big things that people named were the Sigma F80 brush. Oh yeah, I remember that. The Naked palette, the Naked palette, the Naked 2 palette, someone said. A couple people said the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. I mean, there are so many products that YouTube made go absolutely viral. So comment down below if you can think of some. I'm dying to know what you think. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love if you'd give it a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. And subscribe if you haven't already, because I love you. And also, I am going to have 2 videos coming out this week. One today and one on Wednesday. And the one on Wednesday may or may not be a collab with somebody that you and I both love. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout. You are super freaking rock stars, and I love you with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.